Hello, hello.
Hello.
Well, my name's Tammy, and the owner, CEO of It Takes a Village. And of course, Camping for Clarity is one of the initiatives that I am serving to our people, to all people. And I'm here with Bishop-elect Troy Sanders. Thank you so much for being here today.
It's a pleasure to be invited. Thank you.
Awesome. So, Troy loves to camp. Let it be known, Troy actually married my wife and I at his first campfire wedding. Yes. And actually, just tell the people about your first camping experience with us.
So I've had a lot of firsts with you and Melissa. My first camping experience as an adult was with you all. I think I was probably 12 years old the first time I went camping. It was up under this huge army tent with about 30 Cub Scouts at a jamboree. So that didn't qualify as like a camping trip. I can recall our first time going. Believe it or not, our first camping trip was in the cold and rain. We were down, we were at Lake Oconee?
Yes,
Lake Oconee.
It was Shoal Creek Campground.
Yeah, sure was. And I remember it was so cold that you all ran a cord into my tent. All of my materials at that point were borrowed. They supplied me with a tent, sleeping bag, all that kind of stuff. And but I fell in love with it so much until I remember that night thinking I'm going back and buying all of my own equipment. So by the time we went to camping number 2, I had everything, and they taught me how to set everything up. What I fell in love with most about that particular trip, even though it was cold and raining, it gave me a chance to really connect with nature in a way that I had not done before. It also seemed to quiet everything. Everything around me was just so quiet, so still. It was a calming experience to wake up and your lungs are filled with fresh air, to hear the rustling of the water next to you. We do a prayer call every Sunday morning, and we had a chance to do the prayer call out on the lake that Sunday morning. Just a completely tranquil experience. The rain did not deter me. The cold did not deter me because I felt in some way, like deep inside of me, that I knew I would do this for the rest of my life. So I have enjoyed it. So then, fast forward to about a year ago. Has it been a year yet?
Not quite.
Not quite.
September.
Almost a year. This pandemic has seemed to make us all feel like we're in a time warp.
Right.
But fast forward, when the wedding came and I got the invitation to be the officiant by campfire, I thought, wow, this is like the best of both worlds. And it was yet another powerful experience. I feel like every time I go, I learn something new about myself, but I also get to connect with you all in a way that does not require anything of me other than to be.
That's it.
And I appreciate that.
And we appreciate you. Thank you so much for officiating our ceremony and for being our forever camp partner.
Absolutely.
So what would you say to someone who is hesitant about camping, getting into nature? As I talk to people, the first thing you all say is bugs, snakes. What would you say to them about that?
So I think that your worst fears are actually just that. I can't say that I've ever encountered anything that would deter me. There are so many modern inventions that safeguard you against bugs, and there are all kinds of unique opportunities if you want to take a shower. We have coffee in the mornings by campfire. We cook, we watch movies by campfire, and I love fire. So absolutely love fire and water. Those are two things that are definitely drawers or elements that I'm drawn to. So I would say first is the only way to conquer your fear is to try it, and to give yourself a chance to. It's not you're not so far out in the woods that you feel like you're gonna be lost or a bear or something. There are other people, so you feel like you're in a neighborhood. A subdivision of sorts. You don't. It's not like you're by yourself. If something happens and you need someone's assistance, there's always someone in a stone throw's distance that can help. And the campgrounds that we go to, there's always amenities like for showers and bathrooms. So it's not like you're in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So all those movies you saw, trust me, it ain't like that. But the beauty of it is that it will teach you, I think, as Americans, and particularly in this day and age, we are so connected to our devices.
Yes.
We're connected to media and social media and all. Camping gives you a chance to unplug and really experience life on life's terms, experience nature,
Yes.
to hear what it sounds like, to have animals chirping or birds chirping, or wake up and not and to hear other people enjoying nature and seeing the experience of nature. Those are the things that draw me to camping.
Yes, yes. I love the aromas, the morning aromas. You smell the bacons, you smell the eggs, the sausage, you smell the vegetables, the coffee, and that early morning chatter. You know, people waking up, yawning, stretching, the kids trying to get out and play, mama saying, wait until you eat. It's all just wonderful. It's magical. And where we are now, you know, you can hear the birds, you can see the trees. And anytime you're in this type of element, make note of how you're feeling in your body and your breathing. It's so much clearer when you're among the trees. You know, we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, right? And the trees, they take that carbon dioxide and then they give us oxygen. So we've got this reciprocal life-giving experience that's taking place, and being submerged in it's magical. It's magical.
I think, Tammi, my favorite part of camping is the setting up process.
Yes.
I absolutely, because it gives me a chance to design my space however I want to, and every time it's different. You know, an opportunity to reconnect with my equipment, to set up my living quarters, to know this is going to be home for a few days.
Right.
I enjoy that setting up, and it gives us it creates team building, because I never have to do it by myself. So I'm always asking Tammi, I'm listening, how do I do this, or show me how to do this. This is how you tie that off, and to be with experts. One of these days, I'll build up enough courage to go by myself, but not right now. I am clear that I am comfortable going with people who are more experienced than I am, and it's a sense of community, so that I'm not alone.
It really is.
And then the late night chats. Sometimes we look up, it's like 12 or 1 o'clock because we've been talking and just spending time enjoying each other.
Campfire conversations. That's what we label it. Campfire conversations with a little jazz in the background.
Yeah,
light
absolutely.
Jazz.
Absolutely.
Yes, nice little snacks. It's great. And you mentioned community. That's another great thing about it. You learn so much about yourself and the people that you're with. You know, it's so, it's such a connectedness in camping, in the camping community, because you mentioned how people are not too far away. And even with all the racial tension and other tensions that are going on, we don't experience that. Well, I have never experienced that in the camping community. They're always able to help or willing to help, whether it's parking my travel trailer or setting up or breaking down or need something. You know, it's a nice community. It's like a community within this world that's like out of this world. All
and even when we were
nature.
Planning for your wedding,
Yes.
like even the neighbors that were on campsites that were around us were so interested in how can we help, how can we participate, and I had not met them before, but it was just that sense of belonging. So I agree.
Yeah, definitely. So you've talked about how you get clear. Could you elaborate that a little more? How you get clear in nature?
Well, I think for me, I enjoy being with my thoughts, and I enjoy taking time for me just to be inward. And I think camping gives you the perfect opportunity to do that. Like, you can really sit with yourself and process, work out whatever you need to work out in your own mind. I always leave a camping experience with clearer instructions on what to do next. So that's helpful for me. So that's what I mean by clear. It takes away the clutter of all that life brings with it on a day-to-day basis. So it's a break from the norm.
Yeah. So you understand the moniker camping for clarity.
Oh yeah.
Because
absolutely.
that's one of the natural byproducts of this camping experience. Just like you said, unplugging, get a chance to recharge, physically. Setup is a beautiful thing. Now with Camping for Clarity, I do all the setup for you. Yeah, I do all the setup for you. Just come to the site. If you want to adjust where your bed is, what you do inside of the tent with what's set up for you, that's on you. But you will get to the site, your chairs, your table, lamp,
Nice.
fan,
Nice.
sleeping pad, sleeping
Nice.
bag. If you prefer a cot or air mattress, you can have that as well. And then meals will be prepared by a local chef and delivered to you. So Camping for Clarity is something that you can look into. Go to my website and yeah, schedule a consultation. And I ask people to schedule a consultation because I want to know what your thoughts are. Why do you want to go camping? You know, and what you want to get out of it. Because it's something that you're doing for you to reset, recharge. And I want to make sure that I'm there to assist you in whatever way that I can to help you reach that result. This is not an opportunity to answer the world's problems.
Absolutely.
It's a chance for you to get clear on what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
Could
it's
be
very
that,
personal,
yes,
very
yes.
intimate, while still being connected to others.
Exactly. I hear people talk about their job.
Yeah.
They don't like their job but don't want to leave. Why? What's got you stuck there?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's relationships.
Yeah.
People don't want to let go. And being a health coach, I hear the thing. Most people want to stop eating healthy. Say they want to eat healthy, but they don't. Why? Go out camping. Maybe it'll come to you. Is there anything else you'd like to share about camping, the camping experience, or even me?
No, I think you are a great person to launch out. If this is your first time, I fully and completely trust Tammi when it comes to camping. In terms of, like, I would go with her, I go with you, because I trust that. You know, I trust that I'm going to be cared for and that I'm going to be safe. And all of the experiences that I'll have somebody that's able to, that's qualified, one, but that's also compassionate to walk through it with me. And I appreciate that. You know, in this day and age, it's important not just to do things alone, but to be with people who know what they're talking about and know what they're doing. And I feel that way with you. I've never felt unsafe in the experience with you with camping, and I appreciate that. And I think that for me, there's really nothing to it but to do it. One experience, I promise you'll come back.
You heard that? Well, you know I do it monthly, so actually going to be 3 this week.
Wow.
The next 3 weeks, I'll be
Wow.
camping.
Nice.
Yes, I'll be camping. So if you'd like
Nice.
to join.
Yep. I have to create appointments and agendas in my calendar so that I can block off time, but it is well worth it.
Yes, thank you so much. Well,
My
there
pleasure.
you have it. There you have it. I've been speaking about it for months now, so here's another voice talking about Camping for Clarity and what it can do for you. So, until next time, have a good day and be safe.
Bye-bye.